any Panzerschrecks. As far as doctrines go, though, this Wehrmacht player is Terror, and the American player is Armor Company, which is sort of interesting for somebody who's waited this long to build a tank depot. But we have the M8 cruising through here, harassing all these infantry. It's going to run straight into this AT gun. Whoa, which thankfully misses with the second shot. So actually, they might be able to kill it. This M8 really needs to scoot its way out of there. It takes a Panzerfaust. Fortunately, though, there's all this distraction from this M8 is allowing these rifles to get some pretty decent shots in. And I think they're going to manage to decoy the AT gun, yeah.
The unit has died a hero.
But the problem is these Vet 2 guys are coming in here. We have another Puma, but again, the M8's a lot... It's not that the M8's a lot better than the Puma. The Puma's better at killing infantry, but the M8 can easily kill a Puma. As you saw earlier when that was exactly what happened. So he's going to have to back his Puma out. He's got the Nebelwerfer. I don't think it's actually fired yet. We have the 2 AT guns, which need to watch out because if the Nebelwerfer... That might be actually what the Nebelwerfer... He built the Nebelwerfer for, is to try and snipe out those AT guns. We have some... What is...
They're losing territory.
Okay, another AT gun. Really interesting.
We are losing ground.
Very interesting place. So many AT guns. Oh, he stole that AT gun too. So now he's gonna have four. He's gonna have 4 AT guns. So he really doesn't have to worry too much. And in all this hubbub, now he has 2 squads of Vet 2 infantry. Actually, what does he have total? The Axis player total has 3 squads of Grenadiers, some Volks, a Nebel, an AT gun, and a Puma. Whereas he has 29 pop. The American player has 49 population. He has 4 squads of rifles, a sniper, 4 AT guns, engineers. The German player doesn't even have any engineers, and 2 M8s. So this is looking pretty good for the American player, especially because the American player has more territory. And this Puma's gonna have to come out of there because he can't fight the M8 with the Puma. And none of these Volks and none of these Grenadiers have Panzerschrecks. So they did run over a mine there, but this is kind of a problem for the Axis player. I'm not sure what he's gonna do to counter this.
We're losing ground out there.
He is ahead on victory points. So he's going to take this here. Maybe he's decided he's just going to try and win off of victory points. But the American player... Okay, we got rockets coming in. Probably right here. Yeah, there they come.
Time for the fight.
But he's retreating. But we got AT guns. The American player has enough AT guns, though. He can just cover the whole map, regardless wherever the enemy tries to send his stuff. And since he is Armor Company, I'm not sure if he's actually gotten raid yet. He's gotten field repairs, though, so I think he's going... Well, he is going down the left side of the tree. So he's probably decently close to his Pershing. So that's probably... Oh, yeah, he's saving up. So he probably actually has enough now. 5 is, I think, what you need to get a Pershing. So maybe he's just waiting till he has enough manpower. And that's probably, I guess, why he hasn't built a tank depot, because he's probably like, why bother with Shermans when I can get the big boy? Now, yeah, all these Volks are running in here, but, again, these M8 should be able to chase it away. It's coming up here with an... Uh-oh. AT gun, Panzerschrecks. But one thing about Panzerschrecks is Panzerschrecks have to be stationary to fire. So if you can't actually run troops over with an M8, but if you keep like scooting them around, the Panzerschrecks can find it very difficult to actually ever fire their gun. I think you need 800 for a Pershing. And this, let me tell you, AT guns, wow, they're not going to do shit to a Pershing. You might need 1,000. We'll see. I'm assuming that's what he's saving all this manpower for. Maybe it's 850. It's something.
Yeah.
He did manage to recap this fuel point, but it's going to get capped again. Oh, here comes the Pershing.
Regiment is holding heavy armor for us.
Alright, so the Pershing's going to roll onto the field. I'm not actually sure what side of the tree this guy went down. I think he went down the tree for the... I'm not sure if he went down... I don't really play Wehrmacht that much. I'm like the most horrible person to do games ever. But I can't remember if he's going down the side of the tree that has the King Tiger, which is the left side, or he's going down the side of the tree that has the V8, which is, they're the V1. V8 is the fucking juice. If he's going down the side with the V1, which is the right side. So we'll see if, well, you know, if one of the others shows up. This armored car must have a fucking death wish. Wow, he only took out the main gun. I used to not like the Pershing that much, but I sort of realized that the Pershing is really good. Just, I mean, regardless of how good it is as a tank, it's just good because it's a heavy tank and it's on the Allied side. And the fact that that's basically otherwise impossible is what makes it good. The Germans have plenty of heavy tanks, so like for them, a Tiger, King Tiger doesn't make so much big of a difference, but it makes a big difference for the... Oh, shit. Okay, well, here's the King Tiger, so I guess we know which side of the tree the terror guys are on. So we got the King Tiger, we got the Pershing, but unfortunately for the King Tiger, the American player has... Well, one of them just got killed by something. Well, the American player had 4 AT guns. Now he has 3 AT guns. And the problem with the King Tiger is it's so slow that you know where it's going at all times. And it's not like the King Tiger can sneak up on you. The Pershing is a little bit more mobile, which historically wasn't true. The King Tiger was about as fast as like most of the other heavy tanks. It was just gigantic and it broke down all the time. So we're building the tank depot, and the biggest advantage of the tank depot once you have a Pershing is that you can upgrade the armor-piercing shells, which it says on the thing it only affects the Sherman, but it actually affects the Pershing as well. So this Nebelwerfer is probably Nebel its last Werfer, or Werfer its last Nebel. Werfer I think is German for thrower. So there goes one crewman and half of the health. I think he's trying to do a suicide. Oh,
taking out a Nebelwerfer.
You're
losing a munition
At the
sector.
same time, in lieu of assaulting, the King Tiger, I think was, or in lieu of defending his base, the King Tiger was assaulting, but I think that is a questionable decision because
losing a fuel point.
The Pershing is going to kill everything. The problem is, though, is by the time the King Tiger gets back there, once the Pershing sees it, the Pershing can just leave. You know, like, because the Pershing is much faster than the King Tiger, at least in the game, if not in real life. I think he's going to blow up this Kriegberg, so he can't build any more AT guns. I'm not sure what this mass retreat was for. But we have an armada of AT guns here. 3 AT guns. We have the armored car. And now we have the tank depot, and yeah, he's getting the upgraded gun. Mostly so his Pershing can penetrate the front armor of the King Tiger. Now, Hopefully, for the American player, his tank can get out of there without getting a engine disabled or anything. See, look, the Wehrmacht player is blocking him with his armored car, which is kind of funny.
We're at 200 points.
Realistically, if an armored car drove in front of a Pershing, the armored car would just explode. The American player's getting kind of greedy there. He really wants to kill that armored car, but he really should get out of there. He got vacancy 1, but the Tiger tank might actually kill it.
Capture territory.
Yep, the King Tiger killed it. So he got greedy.
Lost enemy action.
He lost
Pershing
this thing.
lost.
Fortunately, though, for the American player actually should have popped his field repairs. I'm not sure why he didn't. He could have easily saved the Pershing if he had popped the field repairs. Which would repair all his tanks. So he's probably feeling pretty stupid right now. Well, stupid's a little harsh. He's probably feeling slightly foolish. With 438 munitions and you didn't pop the field repairs to save your Pershing. So now, especially after he just built the gun upgrade for it. So now this King Tiger, I mean, the problem with the King Tiger, though, is it can't actually attack the American player because there's so many rifles with sticky bombs.
Our fuel point is being taken by the enemy.
The German player, he's got a lot of grenadiers. So actually, I mean, he could push against the American player. Oops, he's actually put this on 2 times.
We're losing territory.
Yeah, the looks like the King Tiger is moving up, but all these AT guns are stopping it. At the same time, the sniper is preventing anybody from repairing it. So, still though, the Axis player is way ahead in victory points. But again, this M8 is easily going to chase off this armored car. So the American player could build a Sherman or a tank destroyer, but I'm guessing he's just waiting so he gets enough manpower to build another Pershing. And probably this time, if the Pershing is at like 20% health, fighting a King Tiger, he probably won't hesitate to use field repairs. Because that was kind of foolish. Fortunately, though, for the American player, unlike, and some people don't know this, if you're playing as Terror and you call in a King Tiger, this is the only King Tiger you can call in. If it dies, you just can't call in anymore. It's over. That's all you get. For a Tiger tank, you can call in 2. Not at the same time, but if you call in your first Tiger as Blitzkrieg and it gets blown up, you can call in a second. I'm surprised these Grenadiers didn't throw a grenade in the building. You can call in a second, and if that dies too, then no more Tigers for you. Here comes the Pershing again. Pershing number 2. The American player can call in as many Pershings as they want, which is really sort of funny because in the entire war, there were only 26 Pershings ever that were in a position to fight. They were the first 26 Pershings that were rushed over. And compared to that, there was, I think, over 1,000 Tiger tanks and something like 500 Tiger 2s. So the fact that, like, the Pershing is somehow represented as, like, a more mainstream tank than the Tiger or what do you call it? The Tiger or the Tiger 2 is kind of funny. Another interesting thing is that if you've seen the campaign or some of the multiplayer videos, the Americans can build a Sherman Crocodile. And I looked it up because I was sort of interested in the fact that why is the Sherman Crocodile called the Crocodile? And it's a flamethrower Sherman. It doesn't have a main gun, but it has a flamethrower instead. And the Churchill flamethrower tank is also called the Crocodile. And it turns out, I mean, this is what Wikipedia said. The Sherman Crocodile was a converted British tank. The British took a Churchill. This is probably about to get decrewed. That was kind of a mistake, having all of these AT guns out here unsupported. But anyway, the Churchill was the Sherman Crocodile was a converted British tank, or converted Sherman tank with a flamethrower, and there's only 4 of them ever made, and there wasn't even an American tank. The Americans did have flamethrower tanks, but they were mostly used in the Pacific. So I think it's sort of funny that the Sherman Crocodile is a standard American unit, as in you don't have to pick a doctrine choice for it, and there's only ever 4 of them made, which is kind of weird. But Company of Heroes sort of does that a lot. There's a lot of units that are like normal units that were fairly uncommon, and there's a lot of doctrine choice units which were fairly common. For example, the Wehrmacht can build Stug 4s, but Stug 4s were actually fairly uncommon. Stug 3s were way more common assault guns. Anyway, though, the Wehrmacht player has a sniper now. I've been ranting so much. The American AT gun wall seems to be sort of breaking down here, which could allow this King Tiger to just push all the way into the American base. I guess there's 3 AT guns. There's still some AT guns. You see, he immediately popped. He immediately popped a repair on the. He immediately popped the repair and also Allied War Machine. So he gets another shiny new M10 and another M8. But at the same time, he might actually lose this Pershing. I think he is going to lose it. Oh, no. No, he's going to get it out of there. Wow.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, holy shit. He was sweating bullets with that one. Although the Axis players, oh, I actually hit the mic. Sorry, the Axis players getting pretty close with victory points. And the thing is with Pershings is with tanks is that repairs in Company of Heroes aren't. Got hit by I guess AT gun, making Tiger. Anyway, repairs in Company of Heroes aren't percentage based. There's only 1 AT gun here. The American player might be in trouble. The King Tiger might just come in here and just blow his base up. They're not percentage based, they're hit points based. So engineers only do like 5 hit points a second, I think. I mean, it's around that. So for a Sherman, right, which has like 600 hit points roughly. I mean, don't remember the exact numbers, but around 600. You know, it takes, let's see, so 5 seconds, so 10 seconds would be 50, so 60 would be like 300. So to take a Sherman from like 0 to 100, let's say it takes like 2 minutes. A Pershing, I think, has 2,000 hit points. So it takes forever for a squad of engineers to repair it. So that was pretty careless. The sniper running uncollected enemy base.
Supply lines are broken.
This one lone AT gun has managed to chase this thing off. The American player should really run out here and recruit some AT guns.
Our front lines
but
are
the problem is that the Wehrmacht player is pretty much has full map control. This King Tiger out here is so scary.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from
that
supply.
he can't really venture out there. I think actually
Crowds are grabbing territory from us.
most of the problems of the American player can be laid at the feet that he didn't pop the field repairs and save his Pershing when he had the chance. And you saw how fast he used it over in this area for this engagement with his second Pershing.
Losing ground out there.
I think that was a huge error. Because that was 800 munitions down the tube, and the Pershing was already Veteran 1. This Pershing still not Veteran 1,
Crowds have cut forward
and he lost it for basically
losing ground out
to
there.
try and get the last hit on a Puma, which is, you know, questionable. I mean, it's a Puma, you know. So he has these 2 M8s, and I'm guessing he's doing that because the enemy has all these Pumas, and M8 has easy time chasing down and killing Pumas. And probably his logic is that, well, my Pershing will basically, to use some MMO terms, tank the King Tiger, and then my M10s can get him from behind it and DPS it down. But the problem is that the enemy has all these AT guns. So he didn't before, but now he does. He has 3 AT guns. So if the King Tiger is supported by AT guns, you can't flank it because any tank that tries to get around it is going to get blasted by AT guns. So yeah, and a King Tiger unsupported is actually surprisingly easy to kill as long as you're sort of paying attention and playing actively because the M10 moves
Front
so
shifting.
fast
Crowds are grabbing
that the King
territory.
Tiger's turret can't turn fast enough to shoot it. So an M10, if you're just playing it correctly, can easily kill a King Tiger by itself, assuming there's not 3 AT guns and upgunned Pumas protecting it. So we have the armored column moving out. We only have like 2 minutes left. My prediction, all of this is going to die, and the American player's going to
Down
do
one
it.
tank destroyer.
He used the repair. He should have used the Allied
Fuel
War
point is
Machine.
being seized.
Yep, there goes the second M10. There goes the third. I think the Allied War is just going to quit the game.
Get your ass to cover, you idiot!
Yeah, he just the Axis player just has too much stuff here.
They're on to me! Sniper taking fire!
But, I mean, if the American player got a Calliope, if he held him long enough to get a Calliope, which he's probably pretty close to, I think he needs 1 more point. He could deal with most of these AT guns, but he's just sort of let the enemy get too entrenched.
Ready to take the field.
To Shreks. 1.
Position taking fire!
Yeah, I don't see him.
We're losing
I
ground out
mean,
there.
he's repairing he's repairing his Pershing, but I think he knows the game's kind of over. 38 pop cap to
The Germans are after.
50. I mean, the German player has 3 AT guns, 4 squadrons, 2 engineers, 2 Pumas, a Stug, and a King Tiger. Whereas the American player has 4 squads of rifles, 2 AT guns. Oh, he got the Calliope now. But I doubt the Calliope is going to do anything that's really going to change the game in the next, like, 2 seconds. That's one of the problems with knowing what the timer is so, like, you're not surprised. Because, like, you can see how much longer is in the game. So rockets are coming in.
We're down to 50 points.
I don't think they actually kill anything. That AT gun's there, that AT gun's there. Yeah, none of the AT guns get killed. I think they just hurt some engineers. And some
Enemy
grenadiers.
unit down.
So, I'm not sure. The Pershing's over here messing around, but since this area is over here, this area on the left side is so flat, you have such good lines of sight that AT guns shoot a
We're
ridiculous
down to
distance.
25 points.
So it's taking this long for this Pershing to get the vacancy one. So I mean, not to beat a dead horse, but just so to save me time for talking again, because I'm basically positive the American player's going to lose. I would say the defining moment of this game was the fact that he didn't save his Pershing to field repair. Well, first he let his Pershing, he was greedy and he tried to kill the Puma, and then he didn't save it with the field repairs. I think that if he had been able to get his Pershing out of there, he would have saved himself 800 manpower. He'd have eventually won Pershing. He'd have a lot more options. He could have built 2 M10s right then instead of, you know, waiting to save up another 800 manpower to get a Pershing. But again, people who are a lot better than me, as you saw, the Wehrmacht player had really good mind play at the beginning, killed those M8s. And he also did a really good job stealing all those AT guns. But at the end of the day, AT guns are defensive weapons. And once the enemy got this super heavy tank, this King Tiger out here, all the American player could do is defend this area. And which he did. I mean, the King Tiger could never drive to his base. But the fact that he lost the Pershing, and also I would argue the fact that he got M10s instead of Shermans, really sort of prevented him from being able to act defensively in this area. Anyway, that was my uneducated opinion on that. So feel free to post angry comments. Anyway, if you guys want me to do any Goon replays, I promise I won't be quite so mean and ignorant. So post them in the thread. And thank you for watching, and have a nice day.